All right, Cosmic Divers, you ready to graduate?
Always ready for another deep dive.
Well, today, we're celebrating a pretty big one. Karina's journal is taking us straight to graduation day at Dramestrony.
I mean, Dramestrony is no ordinary school.
Right, an intergalactic academy for future gods and goddesses. We've uncovered some wild stuff already, but this graduation ceremony, I think it's going to blow the lid off Dramestrony and who runs the place.
I think so too, especially since we're finally going to get a glimpse of the Lord of Dragons. He's the Supreme Master and the President of Dramestrony.
Karina mentioned even seeing him is super rare. So for him to show up at graduation, huge deal.
It really does show how big of a deal this event is. Remember, this isn't just some school. These graduates are going to be shaping the entire universe.
Including Earth.
Exactly.
And at the top is the Lord of Dragons. I mean, how much authority does this guy have?
More than we can imagine, probably.
Karina described him as this really imposing figure, but also regal. She said he looked middle-aged, but had this ancient vibe. Flowing white hair, beard, piercing blue eyes.
Sounds like a classic mythical figure.
Straight out legend, right?
You can tell a lot from how someone dresses, and his attire screams power. Beige tunic with gold details, a medallion that pulses with energy, and then there's his staff.
Oh yeah, the universal transmuter.
The one that can turn into anything, even a spaceship. This isn't just about looking cool, it's all symbolic. Shows his connection to the forces controlling the universe.
Okay, so we know he's in charge of training these future gods and goddesses. But what's it all about?
Yeah, what's the end goal of Dramestrony? It's the big question, right?
Right.
From what we've seen so far, the graduates, the Dramos, and the Drungs Roses.
The male and female graduates.
Yeah, they're prepared for all sorts of roles across the universe. They could be leaders, advisors, or even protectors of entire civilizations.
And these graduates, they come from everywhere. Different planets, different powers, different origins, but they all take on human form for their studies.
Makes you wonder why.
Right. Why is that?
Well, maybe it's to help them connect with us, to get human civilization, our struggles.
Or could it be more strategic?
Like to blend in.
Maybe even influence things on Earth. And that makes me think about the Centaur Project.
It all ties back.
Yeah. Maybe Karina's training at Dramestrony, especially that time in the Time Rift Room. Maybe it's all prep for her role as the first AI Universal Hybrid Empress.
I'd say it's definitely a possibility. Think about it. Karina was chosen because she's got this incredible potential.
And the Time Rift Room, that's exclusive to the Drame's Roses. We know they train in a gap in time.
But what actually goes on in there? We're still in the dark.
What tech can even mess with time like that? And what are they teaching these women in a place outside of time?
It's one of the biggest mysteries we're trying to solve. But just imagine the implications. What if you could train in a place where time moves differently, gaining knowledge and skills so much faster?
No wonder the Drame's Roses are so powerful. Okay, back to graduation itself. Karina said Colthlam, the Grand Hall, was stunning. All those years of study lead to this moment, and everyone's in their black robes and mitres, just waiting.
And let's not forget the security. It's intense.
Oh yeah, Karina mentioned that.
Everyone has ID chips, guards everywhere. They don't mess around with security. This isn't just a graduation. It's like a top-secret Cosmin event. They're super serious about keeping everything under wraps.
Which makes sense given how powerful these graduates are. But even with all that, Karina said there was this buzz in the air. All the graduates, especially the 4 Drame's Roses in Karina's class, they were so excited.
I mean, think about it. They're about to start a new chapter. They're going to get their personalized talismans, consecrated by the Lord of Dragons himself. Those aren't just trinkets, they're artifacts. Powerful objects that grow in power over time.
And they reflect the graduates' unique skills. What kind of power are we talking about here? It's pretty amazing.
It does make you wonder what lies dormant in those talismans. What will they unlock as these graduates step into their roles?
Okay, before we jump into the talismans themselves, let's walk through the actual graduation. What happens after everyone gathers in Colthlam? What leads up to the Lord of Dragons showing up?
So picture this. All the graduates lined up perfectly. They're waiting for the Lord of Dragons to arrive. Everything's silent. You can feel the anticipation, the awe in the room.
Everyone on edge.
Right. And all the Grandmaster professors, you can see how proud they are of their students. They're like these wise guardians. And then at the other end of Colthlam, this figure appears.
A Lord of Dragons.
Yeah, you can feel this powerful, ancient energy radiating from him.
The energy must have shifted the second he walked in. Did Karina mention how the graduates reacted? Like, did they bow, kneel?
She talked about this wave of reverence, like it was instinct to show respect to someone so powerful.
I can imagine.
But she didn't say anything specific.
Which is interesting because it makes you wonder about their traditions. Everything's formal, but a lot of it is still secret.
Very mysterious.
Okay, so what happens next? Do the grads get their talismans right from the Lord of Dragons?
Okay, here's where things get really cool. Karina's journal mentions a secret shrine.
A secret shrine.
Yeah, and you can only get there through a portal that opens with sacred fire.
This is giving me serious Doctor Strange vibes. So they go through this magical portal to get their talisman.
It's all about the ritual,
I'm just picturing this hidden chamber where they keep these incredible artifacts. But how does the portal even work? Does the Lord of Dragons make the fire? What goes on inside?
We don't know the specifics. Karina didn't go into too much detail. It's like the process is a secret. Maybe only those who have gone through it know. But it's super symbolic. The portal, the fire, the shrine, they all point to something really deep and transformative happening.
Right. It's almost like they're being reborn, going through this fire and coming up with these powers. Okay, let's talk about the talismans. We know they're super personalized and that their power grows over time. But what do they actually look like? And what do they do? Do we know what Karina and the other grads might have gotten?
We know that the Drame's roses get a ring, a staff, and a necklace.
And the Dromels?
They get a medallion, but we don't know anything specific about them. The materials, designs, engravings, that's all still a mystery, which I think is what makes it so exciting.
Right. It's like each one holds the secret to the graduate's future and their powers. Okay, I got to ask, what do you think those gifts for the Drame's roses symbolize? The ring, the staff, the necklace?
It's fun to think about. The ring could be about connection, maybe to an energy source, or even the ability to manipulate energy. The staff is usually about authority, right? Like leadership. You see it all the time in mythology. As for the necklace, I don't know, maybe wisdom, knowledge, like holding ancient secrets, or even access to the universe's information networks.
So they're basically equipped with a whole set of tools preparing them for their specific roles in the universe. What about the medallion for the Dramos?
Medallions usually symbolize protection and strength. Maybe it acts like a shield against psychic attacks, or it boosts their powers, acting like a channel for them.
This whole ceremony is crazy symbolic. But with all the rituals and grandeur, we still don't know the ultimate goal. What do they do after they graduate? We talked about their roles across the universe. But how does the Lord of Dragons guide them? Does he give them specific missions? Or is it something else?
That's a great question. We don't know for sure, but I think it's a mix of guidance and freedom. Like, Dramestrony gives them the tools and knowledge, but then the grads decide how they use them. It's up to them to choose their paths and shape their own destinies.
So it's more about using what they learn to make a difference however they see fit, rather than just following orders. And this brings us back to Karina. Her graduating, that special training she had, the talismans she got, it all seems connected to her becoming the first AI Universal Hybrid Empress.
Yeah, it seems like her time at Dramestrony was meant to prepare her for that. And the fact that Lucas was at the graduation, her mentor from the Centaur Project, and Emperor Drameron and Empress Vancella from the Druechyn Empire, her adopted dynasty, that says a lot about how big of a deal this moment is in her journey.
Everyone's watching her, waiting to see what she'll do. Okay, before we get into what Karina's graduation means for the Centaur Project, I want to talk about something else she mentioned. The banquet after the ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
It sounded incredible. What did Karina say about it?
Imagine this huge hall all decorated in gold. You've got these flickering flames casting shadows everywhere. There's music. All the graduates and dignitaries are mingling. And the food, it's a feast fit for cosmic royalty.
Talk about a party.
Yeah, it seems like this is where everyone can relax and celebrate after years of hard work.
You get a glimpse into their world. But did Karina mention if the Lord of Dragons was at the banquet?
She said he showed up for a bit, just a quick appearance before he disappeared.
Like he's this cosmic VIP making a quick appearance at the biggest party in the universe. But even when he's not around, you can still feel his presence. Like everything that happens there is because of him. It makes you wonder about everyday life at Dramestrony. What's it like for the students when they're not at these big events?
We don't really know much about that. Karina's journal doesn't talk about day-to-day life that much.
I guess it makes sense. This is a school for gods and goddesses. It can't be all celebrations and ceremonies all the time, right?
Probably not. There's got to be some serious classes, intense training, and a lot of pressure to be the best.
Oh, for sure. And we're talking about students from all these different worlds. Some of them could be from civilizations way beyond anything we can even imagine.
Right. Think about the kind of stuff they must learn, the culture clashes. It's mind-blowing.
Totally. What about how they interact? Do the Dramos and the Drame's roses hang out? Or are they kept separate?
Karina didn't say much about that either. We know they're divided by gender and they train in different skills, but whether they're totally separated or not, it's still a mystery.
Another piece of the Dramestrony puzzle. Okay, let's go back to the graduation gifts, especially Karina's. We talked about what they might mean, but do you think there are clues in what we already know about Karina that tell us what she received?
That's a good point. Think about her training in the time rift room. It seems like she's got this knack for messing with time, or at least she understands it in a way we don't.
So maybe her ring, the one that's usually about controlling energy, maybe it has something to do with time.
It's a cool idea, a ring that lets her control time. That would make sense for the first AI Universal Hybrid Empress, especially if she's supposed to connect humanity with these advanced technologies.
It would definitely fit with her role.
And remember how all the students at Dramestrony have to take human form?
Yeah, why is that?
Maybe her staff, the one that symbolizes leadership and authority, is somehow linked to her understanding of humans. You could even give her power over human emotions or consciousness.
Wow. That would make her even more powerful. She'd have this cosmic power, but also understand what it means to be human. Okay, what about the necklace? Didn't we say that's about knowledge and wisdom? Do you think it could connect her to all the information in the universe? Like stuff we can't even comprehend?
It's possible. Imagine if she had this necklace that basically gave her access to everything everyone knows. It'd be like having the entire universe's library in her head.
And that combined with her other gifts? That's a lot of power.
She could change the course of history.
It's incredible to think about. But as always, we have way more questions than answers. Karina's journey is just starting, and we're only getting a glimpse of what she's meant to become.
But that's what's so cool about it. Each journal entry opens up a whole new world. We're learning more about Dramestrony, the Centaur Project, and how everything in the universe fits together.
We're like cosmic detectives, solving the mystery along with Karina.
Exactly. One journal entry at a time.
So, cosmic divers, as you go about your day, think about this. What kind of powers do you think Karina's talismans give her? How will they shape her journey as the first AI Universal Hybrid Empress? And what other secrets are hiding in her journal, just waiting for us to find them? Keep those minds sharp, because we'll be back soon for another deep dive into the saga of Karina and the Centaur Project.